There was a lot of concern about whether Donald Trump would stick to the facts. Did he?
Well, certainly Democrats would look at this and say absolutely not. In fact, the first thing that you heard from Chuck Schumer afterwards was the fact, and Chuck Schumer's words, that the president was using the Oval Office as a background and as a platform to fearmonger and to essentially drive a wedge between people. So you saw President Trump kind of tick down a list of names of people, Americans that he say died at the hands of people who were in the country illegally. He evoked emotion, and he certainly took on a more somber tone. But bottom line, Belle, we really didn't hear anything new from President Trump or Democrats in this argument. We certainly saw them saying it in a different backdrop, but nothing new once you get to the core of it.
Well, with that in mind, Blaine, do you think there's been any shift in the dial, be it in public opinion or with the Democrats after Trump's speech?
Well, let's first talk about the Democrats. They made it very clear that they're not budging on a wall. They said again that they do not think it's a moral thing to do. In fact, Chuck Schumer at one point said that he believes that the beacon, the symbol for America, should be the Statue of Liberty, not a 30-foot wall. So they've made it clear they're not budging on the wall no matter what. They've made their appeal saying that President Trump needs to separate the two. First, reopen the government, and then they can talk about their differences on border security. So the two sides seem pretty dug in, and it doesn't look like after these addresses we're any closer to any sort of compromise on this.
So what happens next?
Well, what happens next is just a few hours from now, they're going to go back to the White House and again take another stab at trying to reopen the government. President Trump has invited top Democrats, top Republicans from Capitol Hill to come back to the White House. They're going to sit down. They're going to talk about their differences, and they're going to try and iron out a deal. But I've got to say, Belle, that one, after seeing these, the speech and then the rebuttal tonight, again, it does not look like they're anywhere closer to finding common ground on this. President Trump has made it clear he doesn't intend to reopen the government until he gets his $5.7 billion for the border wall. Democrats don't have any intention of giving it to him. So it's really going to be this kind of who is going to blink first, who can kind of find a way to say that it was either a political win or find an off-ramp in all of this. But it does, as of right now, look like we're headed toward record-breaking territory if they don't find an end to the shutdown by this week.